We're having a conversation to push a movement of understanding, and that's it.
I'm trying to be a better father. Worked on myself. I've gone to therapy. I'm still going to therapy. Joined
We just want understanding, and we're just standing in the gap for men that have been suffering in silence.
over here specifically. First, this space over here being a self-improvement space for men, geared towards men, especially young men from the ages of 13 up. What is going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody?
My
Chris,
God. Hey, bro,
we made
what's
it.
happening, man?
Hey, bro, I'm here, man. I'm
I
here.
know that's right. I know that's right,
I'm
bro. You
here.
looking, hey, man, looking dapper as always, fam.
Oh, stop this, man. This is bedtime t-shirt. Can't even lie. Brother, you suave as usual. You got that. Man, how you been, man?
Bro, it's been challenging. I'm not even gonna stunt, and that's why I appreciate this platform because we can, we can be real on this joint. We ain't got to come on, although life is still a blessing, but we ain't got to come on and like fake the funk. Challenging, brother. And I think a lot of men can relate to this. When we got families, we got friends or whatever, we give that poker face. We let the wife, we let the kids, we let the family know like everything is fine. We're gonna be good. You know what I mean? But we'll have that moment, we'll find that corner and we'll go, at least for me, we go, find that corner, go to God and cry out and be like, Lord, listen, I got this situation. We got this circumstance that's ahead of us. Fam, God, I don't know what we're going to do. I got to rely and depend on your direction, your love, your patience, your grace to get us through this, man. And although, yeah, it's challenging, but at the same time, it's a beautiful feeling because I know God is going to pull me through, pull the family through, whatever is going on, man. But for sure, challenging, man. But listen, bro, what's life without a few little challenges here and there? It makes us stronger at the end of the day, and it builds up faith. Yeah, I tell brothers, yo, it's cool to be vulnerable, and not to come off like a hypocrite. Like I said, we try to keep that poker face, but that's where my vulnerability gets exposed. I go to God and be like, listen, I'm open right now. This right here, I ain't got the resources. I ain't got the strength. I got to rely on you all the way through, man. But yeah, bro, what's life without a few challenges, man?
Bro, you said it, man. You said it. And I know we were going to kind of piggyback off the 50-50 conversation. And we might still get there, but it's funny. I woke up this morning and I was getting ready for work. And as I was getting ready, I was thanking God for a new day and, just giving him praise and honor at the top of my day. My wife woke me up and she was like, hey, like it's a certain time. I was like, all right, cool. Got up and as I was getting ready, I just started thanking God. And this song from Tremaine Hawkins, Changed, literally just dropped into my heart and I started singing it. And specifically, I started singing the chorus. Oh, wonderful change has come over me. And I kept singing that and I kept singing that. And I got outside the house and I'm get to the metro. And I literally started, I don't know what feeling I can say necessarily pushed me to it, but I literally started worshiping and praising God at the bus stop. And it was a surreal moment for me because I literally felt like a weight of tears was just like, not necessarily, I don't know if it was for me, but I felt like I was helping somebody else to bear their heaviness. You get what I mean? And like it was a real moment. And I'm not knocking anybody that feels like, okay, you only feel comfortable to do that, whether you're private or let's say at church. But I want to encourage every man that we need moments like that. We need moments like that when we're by ourselves, when we don't have necessarily anybody to pat us on the back or rub our back as we go through these emotional waves. Because if you don't, one thing I've learned, Chris, is if you don't know how to take advantage of the lonely moments to get those feelings out, then what happens is they start literally exploding in front of other people and on other people. And so I definitely resonate with what you're saying, because, you know, we get so much visions and ideas for things, and then you still got to deal with life. And it's just like, how do you balance receiving like all these new visions and ideas to do stuff, and you still have a mountain of things, or one mountain to deal with, but it's the mere fact that it's a mountain. And sometimes I think we don't process that enough. Yeah, sometimes I think we don't process those moments enough, or we don't relish in it enough, and stay transparent with ourselves.
No, I agree with you, bro. And I'm listening to you, and I'm getting excited over here because I used to be that dude that just used to keep everything bottled up. And like you said, those emotions, you spaz out on other people. And I think it's the Ghetto Boys, Scarface down there in Houston, Texas, that song "My Mind Is Playing Tricks on Me." That's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens, man. Your mind all the thoughts start playing tricks on you, bro. But when you take that moment, you pause and you like it, just you release, you cry out, bro. The feeling you get back, I can't explain it. I don't know the ins and outs of all of that right there, but just to pour yourself out, and I guess because you are vulnerable, you are open, you're opening yourself to be poured back into. And now, like you said, yeah, we got these plans, we got these visions, we got these things we got to take care of. And then we got life right in front of us. But bro, when we open up and we've been poured into, it's like, okay, boom. Now it's like this new fresh wave of rejuvenation. And now everything's going to make sense. And it makes sense because God is going to continue to align everything's up perfectly, bro. It's like that stress, that pressure, whatever it is you was feeling is going to immediately go away. And I guarantee you, watch how better life gets. Just the feeling of just peace. That's what it is. It's the peace, bro. But yeah, man. What I like about you, bro, I can listen to you. And I know we do got the 50-50 topic. And like you said, we may get there. But the thing with the banter back and forth is like, my bro, he gonna throw alley-oop. And I'm like, I like this. Let me catch this and slam dunk it, man. And we're just gonna keep going back and forth. But bro, God bless you, brother. That's all I can say.
No, 100%. And blessings to you too, bro. In case y'all didn't realize where you are now chilling with the brothers. You got Coach Chris, you got Conrad, and we are the hosts of the A-Bro Show right here on the QOC Network. And as you're listening to this, whenever you're listening, whenever you're viewing, we need you to do one thing. We don't need your money, but you can give us that virtual currency. Get us with the like. Hit us with the subscribe. Share this to a brother. Share this to a nephew. Share this to a friend. And you know what? I guarantee you, brothers, wherever you are, if you see this, yoke with us. We are here to not preach down to you. We're here to join with you in your battle and lift you up. And ladies, you got a brother. You got a hard-headed brother. You got a hard-headed boyfriend. Maybe your husband needs some encouragement and he's not trying to hear what you're trying to say. Send him over here. Send him over here. Now, you can't use this as a belt. Tell the truth now. You can't use this as a belt. You can't. Don't be going at home and being like, see, these are some real men. No. All of us are real men. Don't do that. But he might need a space outside of you where he can come and unpack some questions and heal a little bit and come back to you and love you and hug you. And I believe that the A-Bro Show is right for that. Yo, bro, speaking of loving people and man, did you hear about your boy Klay Thompson?
I heard about it. I actually posted about it. I posted about it. Oh my goodness, bro. Listen, yeah, go ahead. What you about to say?
No, I was about to say, like, I'm not trying to rag on the man. You know what I mean? Get love how you get it.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe within context.
Right.
We gotta put an asterisk on this.
Yeah, man. We'll know about that one.
What do you mean don't do Meg like that? Anyways. Hold on.
So for those that don't know, I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan. So I'm like, I need my squad to like kill it this season. When the news broke,
go ahead.
No, that was it, bro. When the news broke, I'm like, yo, this is disappointing because I don't like this at all, man. And I'm like, and I'm looking and I'm trying to like process this relationship or this situation even outside of basketball. And I'm like, I don't know if this is the right play, you know, for Klay. I'm like, bro, come on, man. And no disrespect to Meg. And listen, I sisters, I get it. You know, every woman deserves that, what they call it, the soft girl era or whatever. Every woman deserves a great quality man, but at the same time, the brothers deserve a great quality woman, man. And I do pray, and I'm not saying, you know, people don't know how to change or they can't change, but I do pray that Meg is a great quality, a great pickup, a great woman to Klay at the end of the day, because she got some question marks. So let's keep it a buck. She got some question marks, man.
Well, you know, sometimes like you know, like we know in the old school, sometimes it takes a couple of lashings for you to get. Sorry, Meg. I'm sorry. Yo, Draymond Green was worse than me. Yeah. Draymond Green says, you know, she likes shooters.
He went up. Oh, yo, I haven't heard him talk about it, man. Now once we get off,
he made a post.
I gotta go check him out. I didn't know that.
I'm gonna send it to you. He made a post because there was a picture of them at the I guess it's some gala awards or something like that. He made the comment under it. He's like, I guess she likes shooters.
She likes shooters, man. That was clever. I can dig it, man. Yeah. But it's I don't know about that one. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It seems to be having a positive effect on him too, because there was a video of him in the gym and he's running those old Golden State routes.
He's getting it right.
He's golden. Yeah.
Okay, you know, and shout out to Akila, because our sister at the QOC Network, she also mentioned under my post that, you know, this she wasn't too sure about the whole Jay-Z and Beyonce thing in the beginning, but it actually turned out to be very beneficial for both of them. And I'm like, okay, prayerfully, prayerfully, this also works for Klay, because I'm like, look, if I can get a championship out of this, Megan, welcome to the family. I'll be at the wedding.
Well, I won't be at the wedding. Okay. Like if Akila gets married, I'm at that wedding. Okay. Chef D gets married, I'm there. Cardi, I almost said Cardi B, not Meg. Not Clay and Meg. Well, it depends. It depends on which side of the room I'm sitting on. If I get to sit with the Golden State Warriors, then I'll definitely be there.
It'll be a little different.
If they give me an honorary ring, you know what I mean, I'll hold that with pride and I'll definitely be there. But otherwise, from that, I don't get invited. You know, kudos to them. You know, I'm all about love. But listen. And you know, the funny thing is, everything that we're talking about right now is segue into the topic, and so we just gonna keep cooking on this.
Let's get it.
First of all, I gotta. Where is it? She said, just like Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. I don't know about that. I can't agree on that.
I don't know about that one either, man.
I don't know about that one. You got the BBL Bandits versus the Mean Street Posse Bandits. I don't know.
I said that's an easy pass right there. I'm all set.
Okay, Akila's gonna hijack the show, but they're two different caliber of women. They're the same woman.
I'm about to say how. Oh, you got to. Oh, how though? Y'all got to drop in the chat. How's it two different caliber of women?
Yeah. Anybody and hey, anybody who's on Facebook, make sure you like, subscribe, follow up to subscribe. And if you want to jump in, hey, if there's enough of y'all that want to jump in at any given point, we might drop the link. We haven't done this yet, and there's a plan for it. So tonight might be the night. But
I like it.
Y'all they are the same. They are the same woman in terms of their mindset. They're not, obviously, you know, Meg's taller than Cardi. Cardi's got more showmanship and more show ability than Megan, but
the mindset,
you know, like the mindset, they're exactly the same. If I didn't know, brother, I'd swear they're first cousins. That's just
no difference. Yeah, there's no difference, man. There's no difference. That's why I was like, Klay, come on, man, bro, you know better.
Well, and you see, this is the thing too, right? Because and as you know what, maybe we can use this and jump to 50-50 for a bit before we get directly into the topic of change mindsets. Right. So because if you look at Clay right now, he's with Dallas for what, the next season or two,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Solid
So his
2 years.
contract's guaranteed. Okay. So, and it's not big money, but it's also not cheap money that he's getting. Right now, I'm praying, and I actually said this today while I was going to work. I'm praying that Meg proves me wrong. Not that I'm anybody for her to take note of, just saying. But I'm hoping that I'm wrong and she becomes to him the wife that he needs. And I'm hoping that I'm wrong and that she doesn't take advantage of him.
Yep. I'm right there with you.
Straight. Because I think she deserves to be seen in a different light. Really and truly, she deserves, just like any one of us, she deserves to be seen in a different light. We all grow up, we all maturate, we have that time where we go through it. But I can't help but think and theorize that with his contract guaranteed for 2 years, and I'm like, I don't know of Dallas's state laws regarding marriage and divorce, but I'm hoping this is not some ploy for what the modern mindset is. My money is my money and your money is my money. Because based on the way other athletes are getting treated, you know, they're in there for a time, or celebrities are treating each other as in, I'm in here for a time, and the minute I'm ready to leave, yo, give me that money.
Yep, and I'm taking the money with me.
Right? It's not like, okay, Akila said, okay, what about Cardi B? Okay, right? I don't rate Cardi B's mindset right now. And I'm not saying Stephon Diggs is better than her either, because he is who he is. He's got a girl that's randomly posting pictures with his helmet in the background, with him boarding the train and coming in the house behind. I'm sorry. Like, we all men here, let's be real. How is a girl able to take pictures of you and your house and your belongings in your plane, or the plane that you're getting on?
Exactly. She got to be in the
mix.
mix.
Y'all ain't more than friends.
Exactly. She got to be in the mix some type of way. Easy.
And so what, are we doomed for like another Cardi B crash out and another K Michelle? All these men ain't ish. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. And this is why I say it's just like, I don't know if they're the same person. I hope they completely change for them. We're going to still comment on it as content creators, and we're going to use it to bring a message any way we can. But as it relates to 50-50, right, Chris? And you know what the funny thing is? After we got off the live last night, and I think shout out to Sophisticated Jerk in the chat. Salute to you, brother. Shout out to Akila Manning, the QOC network behind the scenes. Salute to y'all for being here, and anybody else who's ninja watching, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe.
Hold on, bro. Your audio, your mic. Yeah.
Thank you. I hit the mute button by accident.
You good, bro? Say that one more time.
You said there was something that you said last night, and you also said it in the first show for the womanhood 50-50 topic. And you said 50-50 is not necessarily a measure of the amount of finances, but it's the fact that we both are coming together. So our 50 and our 50 are just titles that we're giving it. It might actually be the 100 of who we are, but in terms of two people becoming one, I'm bringing my half to us being one. You're bringing your half to us being one. I never looked at it like that before. And I know Sophisticated Jerk was saying that in the chat that, you know, he was agreeing with Jay last night and about the whole 50-50. But I never really, even with Sophisticated, like, I've disagreed with him on it because of the way the wording is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so the wording,
get everybody thrown off. Yep.
Yeah. But like, How did you come to that I guess that understanding or that place where it's just like, okay, you don't see 50-50 as it's just half, but it's just that person is coming, you are coming, and so the two of you are two whole 50s becoming one. How did you reconcile that?
Brother, it honestly, man, just upbringing at the end of the day. When I originally, you know, just for me, when I heard 50-50, I didn't think about, you know, okay, we're just gonna split everything down the middle. When I heard 50-50, I'm thinking, okay, you bring your effort, I'm gonna bring my effort, and we're gonna meet in the middle, and we're just gonna create this beautiful, blissful, you know, paradise of a relationship. You come meet me in the middle, whatever it is, finances, emotions, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, just bring the effort. I'm gonna meet you halfway, you meet me halfway, and we're just gonna be dope all together. That's how I view 50-50. It's not just, you know, I come here and you stopping all the way back there. Now I gotta no. Just boom. It's like it's almost like, I don't know, man, some type of dope physics coming together, boom, and now we good. Instead of just I'm here and you over here, and you know it's separated. It's chaos and all this. No, we come together. This is how I view 50-50. Togetherness. Togetherness, not separation, bro.
Yeah, and you know what, that was the thing that always hit me, because and I struggle to reconcile this, and the reason why I struggle to reconcile it is because and I used to say this to my wife, not as a hit against her, but just in general, that based on what I know, because the first 5 years of our marriage, or the last 2 years of us dating and then getting in the first 3 years of our marriage, I was working in finance, and you know, really taking that time to see what within Toronto, but then, you know, be coming into the YouTube spaces and this conversation about breadwinners and leaders and 50-50. As it comes up, you start to look into what does the society say that an individual person needs to make, right? And so at the height of this whole six-figure talk coming in, it was like, okay, I tried to reconcile this as, where do these conversations actually fit within the everyday life outside of YouTube, outside of social media, right? And it was hard for me at first when we were talking about 50-50, because I was looking at it like, just like it was said last night, that 50-50 doesn't make you less of a man. I didn't know how to reconcile that at first, because I had already felt like my 50 wasn't that strong. And it's funny that, again, Kevin Samuels was brought up last night, because guess who helped me to get to a place where I could search for the information to understand exactly what my 50 even means to my household, right? It was Kevin Samuels. And there was one episode one night during the pandemic, and he's like, guys, if you're single and you're only working 40 hours a week, you need to add on another 20 onto that. You need to be spending your time sharpening yourself. Get 2 jobs, work one of them part-time, work one of them full-time, and make sure that you're putting yourself in the best position to progress every single year that you are actually single, not in a committed relationship. So that way, when you're in a relationship, you're not trying to start a function or a character in yourself that ultimately isn't there. And he said this whole aspect of 50-50, he said he said, just like you said, he's like, it's foolish, because it's going to take your mind away from the actual real goal. Instead of you focusing on how am I going to help substantiate my house, you're looking on, okay, who's the leader? Is my 50 worth less than what her 50 is, or is her 50 worth less than mine? You're going to get stuck in this vortex. And he ultimately dumbed it down and said, if you get stuck in that, you're already losing the battle in your home. Because now you're looking at your wife as competition. And he said, this is what the women are being trained to look at their own brothers, fathers, and lovers as, and husbands. They're getting trained in society to look at their husband and their boyfriend as if it's competition, rather than it's the partner that's going to push me to get ahead even more. And so between you saying that, and then, you know, Kevin Samuels, as much as the ladies weren't really rocking with him, just them infusing him into the mix kind of brought it all full circle to me. And I was like, oh,
Absolutely.
It was like a real big awakening moment. And it's just like, what do you think, coming from the American side, right? Because it's kind of like Canada is really passive aggressive, right? Everybody, like men, women, you know, they're very passive aggressive. And they actually, I'd probably say in Canada, a lot of us live in terms of our opinions and how we say things, even on a social media platform. If we see, and this is what I've seen, if it's a trend going popular on social media from the American side, you'll see Canadian women and Canadian men jump on it, right? So from the American side, at what point did this 50-50 conversation become something that was a tangible argument within the confines of building a relationship? Like, from your point of view, your life experience, was it something that was always there, or was it just the advent of like this think tank called the pandemic that kind of just said, we're just dropping this in the middle of everybody's social structure?
Bro, that's crazy. And honestly, I don't even think I don't think I got the answer for that one right there. I'm not even gonna lie, because it's something I never really subscribed to. And I hope I'm still going to answer the question, and I hope I do. I hope I make it. I hope I make sense. But the thing, when I hear about 50-50, I just hear the way it's spun, and it's the same thing with Kevin Samuels, where he was saying at the clip from the previous show, you're bringing half of you, you're not bringing all of you. And so if you're not giving your full effort before you get into a relationship, I get what he was saying. If you're not giving your full effort before you get into a relationship, if you're acting 50-50 before then, you're gonna bring 50-50 within the relationship. You're just gonna be half-hearted all day, every day. And you said the women gonna view their brothers and their husbands and fathers and stuff as competition. Man, they view them as their kid, as their child. And that's why I try to keep men from going 50-50. And again, I'm not talking about like percentage. I'm talking about bringing effort. Brothers, bring 120% effort all day, every day, and whatever it is that you do. And that way, they're not going to be able to, you're no competition. They're not going to view you as some child or some kid or whatever. You on your grown man business all day, every day. And nobody can take that away from you. When I'm speaking 50-50, I'm not talking about percentage. I'm talking about full-blown effort. Man, I do feel like this thing is weaponized. I can't pinpoint exactly how and when this thing exactly started, but it is definitely crippling the community, the Black community at that, because it keeps people divided all day, every day. And it's foolish, bro. Like, it gets us nowhere. And the thing is that it's not realistic when you're in a relationship. It's not reality. Something is going to happen. You feel me? Like, somebody's going to lose the job. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to be, whatever, man. And so it's like, if you're already at 100, you're at 120, your mindset, changing mindsets. Your mindset is going to be like, you know what, babe? I got you. I got us, because I'm already at 100. If you operating with your 50-50 mindset, let me tell you how this conversation is going to go. Okay, you done lost your job. Okay, you better find another one by next week, because I'm not doing that. That's how that's going to go. That's not a partnership. It's not a relationship, bro. That is roommates at the end of the day, man. Yeah, bro. No. It's this 50-50 thing is multi-layered. And I did mention, is like, listen, it's weaponized, but also at the same time, I get why people participate in going 50-50, because you have some men who actually participated, who actually had the mindset of 100, 120, and then they get with a woman who betrays them. robs them of whatever money that they got, the crib, the dog, whatever, the kids. And so some men, they get scorned by that. They get hurt by that. And so now it's like, okay, the next woman I get with, I'm no longer doing 100. Now I got to do 50-50 because I don't want to get hurt at the end of the day. And some women are, they're the exact same way. But nah, bro, that's my spiel right there.
Nah, and so like it's funny that you say that, right? Because change, as we kind of you already kind of coined it, change mindsets right there. I as you were talking, I was thinking about the aspect of, like, let's say a Cardi B, since she was brought up into the earlier part of the conversation. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. And it's like, okay, but then Offset goes and releases video, and what is she doing? She's cooking and cleaning. And so what was it? Did she present a side of herself that's only marketable, even though she knew that if she was going to get the best out of her home, if she was going to get the best out of her home, that she could, literally, she would have to change her mindset or change her actions. Like, I think about it, I'm like, okay, Cardi B doesn't let her daughter listen to her music. I'm just like, is there a certain type of mindset that she understands, that, or narrative that her music displays? And the reason why I pick on this is because you actually have to change your mindset to be able to get a certain type of outcome. As much as I don't even like that, my wife used to say, well, she still says that to me, but if I want a certain type of outcome, or I want to see certain things a certain way, I got to change my mindset. And it's hard for me to do that in certain cases because I'm just like, I don't know what this other thing looks like. Like, I don't know what the conclusion of it looks like. And I think that what the pandemic has not afforded us, especially coming out of the pandemic, and I'm going to actually alley-oop this to you. I'm going to try to rephrase my question. I know what I want to ask. The question is there a possible way to change people's mindset away from the wrong aspect of 50-50, the marketed aspect of 50-50? I believe there is, but I believe it's going to take people that are going to individually want to see a certain type of result. And so, like you said, the effort that they're given, it's like, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I struggle with trust, but I'm going to give you 100% right now because I don't want you to not give me 100% of you. Is it really going to take that aspect of both people being vulnerable with each other to move away from the marketed narrative of 50-50?
Without question, brother, we back on the mindset. And you said it best earlier. You got to take a few lashes before you actually get it. And listen, I'm rooting for I root for love all day, every day. So if Meg Thee Stallion, if she's truly in this soft girl era, and I really don't know what all that entails, but I'm only assuming that it's the era where you're not caught up in, you know, the foolishness no more. Your mindset has shifted, and you're going to do everything in your power to have a blessed life, a blissful life. So that's the only way I can see people like actually shifting from this 50-50 mindset and bringing half effort and bringing 100% effort, 120% effort. Is listen, if you getting whooped, you've been in a bad relationship and it's not prospering, you're not getting anything out of it, bruh. The next step is like, okay, this isn't working. And so now I got to switch it up and I got to do something different in my next relationship. That's the only way I see this thing is going to play out right here, man. You get whooped, you get whooped a few times and don't work out. It's like, okay, then what's next? Now I got to go through and do X, Y, and Z in my next relationship. Okay, because I see A, B, and C didn't work. So now this new plan, this new mindset that I got to develop. Now this has to work. there's a possibility it may not work. But I do feel like, man, if you run a trial and error, you can kind of learn from you can learn from previous situations and relationships, and you take that into your new relationship. It's like, okay, I see this didn't work. This didn't pan out well because I did bring a 50-50 mindset. Let me try 100 and see how that goes. And oftentimes, I don't have any stats. I don't have the percentage, but oftentimes people that bring 100% effort to a relationship, they get the most out of it. In this previous topic, the previous show that we did, it's sowing and reaping. You're sowing great seeds. You're sowing effort. You're sowing trust. You're sowing love. You're sowing, cooking, cleaning. You're sowing being a provider. Man, you're going to get some good out of that. If you didn't do that in your previous relationship, of course it was going to fail. So,
right,
bro, that's the only way the mindset to change. You gotta put forth the effort of actually changing it and doing something different. So that's it. If you think 50-50 is going to get you wherever it is that you want to get in a relationship, you got to fail at it first and see that it actually doesn't work. You got to actually bring 100.
I hear you on that, man. I hear you on that. I think in general, a lot of people haven't released themselves from their past trauma. And what 50-50 does, just by sense of the title, is it keeps them safe. It immediately gives them an out. It keeps the door half open instead of fully closed. You know what I mean? Like, you come in at night, you lock that door, you might have 2 locks, you lock all 2 of them, you might have a screen door in front of your main door, you lock it, it's locked, right? I think people, when they use the aspect of 50-50, it is specifically, in the way that it's marketed, it is specifically so that they have a security blanket that I still have an out. I can still leave. If I deem your 50 not great enough, not good enough, I can leave. And I think that's one thing that we kind of have to get away from. And when I say we, I say men shouldn't fall into that type of thinking where 50-50 is a safety net to keep me from being used. Right? I think, I can't remember if we said it last night or if I was listening to something today, but it's like it's almost like you're disingenuous. You're not coming into it, like you said, fully invested 100% of myself. And so it's necessary. Like, one thing I remember when me and my wife were dating, we used to do this a lot, where every month we kind of have like a sit down, like a debrief. Man, it was like a business meeting. We taking stock of our relationship, and it's like, okay, how do you feel about where we are so far? How do you feel? What don't you like? What I like? What I don't like? Whatever it is. The same thing, we would go back and forth and answer these questions, and what irritates you, and what do you think I got to work on? And what do you think, and one day we were having a conversation, and my wife was like, when we were dating, and she was like, I don't know if I'm kind of worried financially. And I said, why? And she's like, well, like, we both don't necessarily have the jobs right now that we want, and I don't know if we will ever get it. And I said, you know what? I share the same, I can agree with you, because I have that same worry for myself. But working with you, this is also where I'm separate. And I want to kind of give you this energy, is that I refuse to be, I'm like, every year I got to upgrade. It doesn't matter. I might not change my job, but I got to get to a new position. Even if it's $5,000 on top of my salary that they give me increase, I got to get that extra $5,000. And she's like, yeah, but you can't guarantee that. I'm like, no, I don't need to guarantee. I don't need a guarantee from the person, because I'm the guarantee.
Yeah,
it's like you said, sometimes it's the 100%, but it might, for some people, it's the 120%. I literally used to put on my resume as a tagline, I'm like, you hire for 100%. I get hired and I give 150%. And managers used to literally sit there and be like, yo, why did you put that on there? I'm like, because I told them, I said, you're going to hire me based on me meeting your standard. You will promote me based on me meeting my standard. which means I did your standard 100% and I met my standard. And so your standard is what got me hired. My standard is what's going to get me the promotion. My standard is what's going to get me into the place where you can say, Conrad's a trustable guy. Conrad can lead a team. Conrad can do this. And bro, I kid you not, from 2018 to 2022, you can ask my wife, every year I got a $5,000 increase, even when my original hiring manager wanted to fire me. He wanted to fire me 3 months into my job. He didn't even want to let me pass my probation. And I had to go into his office and say, literally, look, sir, I respect you, but I bet on myself 100% of the time. And if you're going to let your business partners lie on my name and you think you're going to bring me in here when I know that your business associates that make you money are lying on me, because I won't do the things they want me to do that go against what you train me to do, then I'll tell you what, we can stop this right here. I can go my way. But if you are going to give me the opportunity, I didn't come in here to half-ass it. I didn't come in here to give you 50%. I stand by my resume.
Yep.
He looked at me and his face went pink. And he was just like, I hear you, Conrad. Okay, just make sure this and this, be careful on these things. I said, I got you. And I need you to trust me. But if you don't trust me, it's not going to stop me from doing great. Just know that. The next year, he said, bro, we got a promotion for you. And we want you to not just run a department. We need you to start the department. The year after that, got promoted again. Ended up running the Pickering location, so one city location, and then I ended up managing another city. So I had 2 cities under my belt. This same manager turned to me and was like, man, look at the superstar you turned out to be. I said, go back and read my resume. Read the tagline. I told you, I didn't come in here to give you half of me, because half it's not going to cut it. 99, and we always used to sing in church, 99 and a half won't do. Gotta make it 100. And so it's just like, for brothers, if you guys are going through arguments or debates in your household where 50-50 is the argument, change the wording and say, we might be both bringing all of ourselves, and you make a 50 and I make a 50, but we're doing this together to make a whole. We're doing this together and we're giving 100% of ourselves. It's not dependent on finances alone, because brother, I tell you what, 2022, after my daughter passed, things were in shambles. My mind was messed up, lost my job. Bro, my wife asked me, she looked at me one day, she's like, yo, like, your next job, like, what is it going to look like? And we were talking about money because we were just, and I was just like, one day I was so beat up, I said, I don't know. And she said, that doesn't sound like you. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm in my feelings now, because I'm like, yo, wife, kids, bills, da-da-da-da-da. She goes, that doesn't sound like you. I'm like, the next day I woke up and she's like, she's right. It doesn't sound like me. Bro, and literally I got the job I'm at now, bro, was covered my previous salary plus an extra 25K.
Look at that.
And if she didn't remind me, now this is what we talking about, that effort. Because when we get stuck on 50-50 finances, we missed out on 100% effort from each other. Because like you said this yesterday, I'm going to need your 50% to hold me up when I'm down. And it's not talking about financially. I might be down emotionally. I might be down mentally. I might not have the drive to push through.
There it is.
My wife said all of 2 sentences to me. And those 2 sentences ignited me to the point where I was like, okay, yeah, we gonna get back what I lost and more. Same thing happened to her, and we turned it around. She flipped it. Not even so much just the other day. She just got promoted to a new building. And bomb. Her whole old team was like, yo, we can't, we said that you're gone. And I was just looking at her, I was like, yo, let them know you gonna miss them. But you need more.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's simple things, man, because it's just like, bro, that 100% effort, like, that is the truth.
It is.
That is, bro, when I really started taking that in, that changed my mindset.
That's it.
100% effort. That changed my mindset. I got away from, and it doesn't mean that we don't watch the finances. We do, so people understand what we're saying. It's not about finances. It's about both people coming together, 2 halves of a whole, and they're giving 100% of themselves. 50-50 is just the title. It's just the trigger of the conversation.
Yeah, just to get you reeled in. But just that, bro, but not just the effort. All of that, everything that you're speaking from, relationships, spiritual battles, faith, getting new promotions, new jobs, new careers, and things like that, being able to overcome certain situations, it's all mindset. All of it is mindset, man. Once that mindset shifts, you begin to shift everything around you. And if you got a 50-50 mindset, you're not going to get anything from that at all, because you brought effort. Even your wife, just those few words, this isn't you. That triggers something, that sparks something in you. All of this is 100% effort, man. And it's also the mindset. Wifey had the mindset to come to you. She know her husband well enough. She know you well enough to know, like, yo, babe, this is not you.
Yep.
And that right there, that shifted you. I guarantee you, a woman that has a 50-50 mindset, they ain't coming to their partner with nothing like that. At all, bro. So this is all mindset, man. So we 50-50, we're focusing on the mindset shift right there. Everything, if you want the best out of your life, you got to have a certain mindset, and you got to have effort backing up that mindset as well. If you want to make 6 figures, you want to make 7 figures, you got to have a mindset of it, and then you got to put effort. If you want a prosperous relationship, you can have that. It's simple. Like you said, bro, it's all effort. You ain't getting up and you're not half-assing anything every single day. And I'm not saying you just got to be, Superman every single moment, every single second of the day. No, fam, just give effort. And if I can break it down real quick,
go ahead.
I'm not saying you got to get on the phone and holler at your wife for 30 minutes while you're on lunch. What you could do, though, is call for 2 minutes and be like, yo, babe, I'm busy right now. I'm thinking about you. I just want to let you know I love you. You're the best in the world. That's effort right there. You ain't got to spend 30 minutes pushing that. That's effort right there. Simple things, man. It's the small things that's going to get, brothers, whatever you want out of life, it's the small steps, the small things you got to do every single day that's going to get you there. And you got to develop that mindset at the end of the day and just put forth the effort. It don't take a whole lot. It's just momentum. It's just a push. That's it, bro. But you nailing it right there, man. Everything that you just talked about is all mindset, man. Everything you just spoke about, mindset.
Man, a changed mindset. And I know we finished our series on purpose. I mean, I don't think we can stop talking enough about purpose, but a changed mindset will put you right back on tracks with your purpose. And the one thing I think we miss, well, I think we can miss a few things, but again, when we get trapped in certain narratives mentally, we miss out. Because look how far we've gotten from understanding the true purpose of a union. Right? Why did man and woman join together in a relationship? Like, we get so stuck up on, who's got what job, who's got what education, who's got what this, who's got what that, and we're missing it. And a change mindset could just bring you back and be like, oh. And it's really about being intentional, because what's not intentional can't stay around you. It will crumble. It will literally be in consistent contrast with where your mindset is. If you are focused and you're like, no, you know what? Even if it's just this one thing, I'm going to become completely intentional about that. And whatever energy, if I wake up and I say, I'm putting 100% energy into this, or I'm going to take this mountain and I'm going to use this one task and I'm going to chip away at this mountain. The more you become, as men, the more we become intentional, is the more we undo mindsets that are not conducive with where we're trying to go. It's just like you just referenced it about the 6 figures. Even, man, you could be making low double-digit thousand, 10,000s. I guarantee you, if you can change your mindset from where you are, and here's the reason why I can guarantee you, everybody, Chris, everybody, I'm going to be so vulnerable. I used to be homeless. No cell phone, no family to call, and it doesn't mean that family wasn't there. It just means I wasn't going to involve them in my mess and try to use them as my scapegoat. Was I tired of standing on my own 2 feet and eating my own actions and taking accountability and responsibility? Hell yeah. There was a lot of days when those nights were cold and I was like, yo, why am I going through this? But I was determined that I was going to make it on my own 2 feet. I had to. I fought homelessness. I fought hunger. I fought self-deletion thoughts. I fought gang life indoctrination. And fighting all of those, is my life perfect now? No. But is it a whole different world than where I used to be? 100%. And that's where I land my plane, because I know, oh no. Where am I? Sorry. Yeah,
No,
I flipped the screen. Am I muted?
You straight. No. You good, bro.
Okay.
You good. Oh man, no. You good.
I'm gonna toss it up to you for closing thoughts, because I know Big Mama's watching and she about to ring the alarm. So yeah.
No,
I'm gonna throw it to you for closing thoughts, man.
Yeah, no, you nailed it on the like the career side, as far as like, status and career, making more money. But you said something extremely good. So we definitely have forgotten the purpose of coming together, man and woman, wife and husband. And I'm gonna stand on this 10 toes flat. 50-50 was originated to weaponize us, bro, at the end of the day. And if you look at the entire context of it and where everyone is at and their stance on it, they're not getting nothing out of their relationship, because 50-50 was designed to have you forget the purpose of what a man and woman was supposed to come together for. And you're not seeing that right now with 50-50 at all, bro. So weaponized it is. And the crazy thing about it is like, we know better, and we're still playing into the hands of this particular device. And that's not it at all. That's not it, bro. And so when it comes to effort, the career piece, you nailed it. You can get whatever it is that you need to get. Just be intentional, have effort, and man, just have the change mindset to go out there and get it. And when it comes to 50-50 in a relationship, bro, it's weaponized so you can forget what the purpose is, as far as like a man and woman coming together, starting a family, building a home, getting land, prospering together, man, and just bringing God glory. We're forgetting all of this right now, man. So 50-50 is doing a number on people, and it seems like they don't get it. So hopefully, prayerfully, on the A-Bro show, you see this knowledge being kicked. We're bringing awareness to the community, bro. dish the 50-50 and pick up the 100-100, man, because there's so much more out here we got to conquer. And with that, I'll land my plane, man.
That's facts. That is facts, man. And you know what? We gonna keep this going. The next A Bro show, we gonna keep this going. You know what's funny, Chris? As we close, I put together something, and it's called 10 steps for the right characteristics. So, brothers, if you're going through something, Coach Chris and we got a format. If you're saying, I hear what you guys are saying, I like what you guys are saying, but I need a plan. We have a plan. What I want you to do is, if you're out there and you're struggling with us, email QOCnetwork@gmail.com and say, I want the A Bro 10 steps for a change mindset. Salute to Victoria, 12th Street Talkback Podcast. Salute. Thank you for being here as we get ready to close. Usually they know I'm doing a late episode, but yeah, if you need it, if you're a guy out there, you don't have to make this journey alone. If you're a son and you think your dad is off his rocker, we can assure you he's not, but let us help you understand where your dad is coming from. Let us help you understand where some of your OGs are coming from, your uncles, your bigger brothers. So if you're a man out there and you feel like you want to make a change in your mindset, you want to make a change in your character, you don't know where to start, you think it's too hard, email us, QOCnetwork@gmail.com. And we, myself, Coach Chris, we will respond to you in kind. If you want to if you need therapy, let us know. We have a great brother that is our in-house therapist. He's licensed. He's certified. And I am gonna give you his main name because you might think he's joking, but he's our big black therapist. Yes, Damani, brother Damani. Yep. He will help you to get into a space that is better, not just for you, but for the people that are around you. As usual, we thank y'all for being here. We thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Share this on the replay with somebody you might feel definitely needs this. A brother, uncle, a cousin, a nephew, godbrother, whoever it is. Share this with them. They might need this encouragement. And you know what? I'm so encouraged by this as we close right now. I'm Conrad. This is Coach Chris. We're gonna pray and we're gonna close. God, we want to thank you for this episode tonight. We want to give you praise, glory, and honor because, God, we believe that the change and the strength that you have given to us, to our brothers across the world and across this platform of YouTube, we believe that you will strengthen and encourage others as you have done for us. God, we pray tonight's episode will definitely be uplifting to the changing of mindsets, the dumping of the old man and the stretching forth into the new. God, we know that there are some brothers that might be listening and they might go through it and think that they're by themselves. But God, we pray that they would know that they are not by themselves. And they might not have somebody tangibly, physically with them. But God, let them find this space over here, the A Bro Show, the QOC Network, knowing that we are a family, we stand with them and we stand behind them to undergird them in what they're going through. We thank you for all these things. Keep us as we go. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. My brother. Amen. I love you to the moon and back, sir.
Always. Much love to you. You know you're the real one. A1 from day one. Everybody in the YouTube space, we salute you. We are out. QOCA, bro.
Peace.